at it in the thumbnail
And
view.
notice he even gives you opportunities to use Irfan view. I've never done anything with it. I have some pictures on here from my camera, but I don't do much with it. So. Next one is log file. And I have not,
You can create one, and once you do, then it makes everything available.
and it's talking about the FTP client can create its own log file. I have a bunch of those checked, and I don't know why. If I'm logging stuff, I don't know where it is. I've never looked at it.
Well, it's logging it in a temp folder, and it's called the total command.log. And if you come down here and you type in command total command.log, it'll take you. I'm not doing it, so it's
No,
not going to be that
I wouldn't look for it that way.
Yeah. But I'm just telling you how you could. Okay, ignore list.
I have nothing in mind.
Okay, if you want to ignore some files and folders, in other words, you don't want to ever access them using Total Commander, you can put them in here, click on the ignore, and then mark which folder it is, and it won't show up. Packer, these are different formats of packing. And when we say packing, that's like a zip file. And that's what a zip file is. It's a packer program. And there are different ways to do it. tar is what we use in the for the open source, especially for Linux. So sometimes if you want to make a compressed file and it's going to be uncompressed on a Linux machine, and you don't make a zip file, you make a tar file. So you can set whatever program is going to then do the packing for those types of files. You never use them, don't worry about it, just leave it the way it is. The zip packer, though, it's got a built-in version of pkzip, I believe. Is that correct,
Yep.
Stan? And so it will zip programs for you without you having to do anything but, and we'll test that right now. We're not changing anything on this, is that correct, Stan?
No.
Okay, so let's, I think we just cancel, haven't made any change, but let's take...
Take 10 or 15 of those.
Yeah.
Every other one or something, just for demonstration.
Okay, and then how do we...
You go to, you see the two yellow boxes?
Right here?
Yep. Pack files.
And that's unpacked. So if we pack the files,
Watch what it does.
it's going to tell me where it's going to go. It's going to put it in downloads. That's going to be the name of it.
Not unless you want to change it.
Unless you want to change it, which you can.
You just click there, type in whatever you want.
And what I'll do is...
Test or something. Okay.
delete me.zip. We could change it to any one of these, except it needs an external packer and I don't have them installed. But I will have the RAR one, but I could make it, but it by zip, it will just do it. And then I hit OK.
Before you do,
yes?
just notice down on the bottom, move your cursor down to the bottom of the right-hand side. Lower, 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 stop. Notice what it did there. It's tallied that you have 6 files. It's 7,952K in 6 files out of the 23 files that are in that folder. So that's all. Anytime you tag anything, it keeps track of exactly what you got.
Right. It's telling you that it's this information right here. I'm having fun with this, as you may have noticed.
Isn't that saying that you're starting off with 32 and you're going to end up with 7?
The 7 will be in the zip file on the other side.
Right.
The 7 will be in this file.
Press OK now. Done.
And that went in the... That went to this folder because that's why I did it by default, and it should be...
It's right there. Just
yep, delete right here.
Now double click on it.
And there are the files.
There are the files.
So a zip file, all you got to do is double click it and you'll see everything that's in it. which is what Windows does the same thing,
But would you
but not
tell
as
me
quick.
how it is that the unzip files are 7,900? Now click on the arrow, 7,900, and the zip is 8,100. The zip file is bigger than the individual files. I've never seen that. Not important, but just odd.
Well, JPEGs are already compressed.
Yeah, zip,
So you're not gonna get any kind of
JPEGs are compressed.
compression out of-
I'm sorry?
JPEGs are compressed files.
I see, so you can't compress
You
them
don't-
anymore.
You don't get a lot of compression.
But are you seeing how easy, I never use anything else to zip or unzip. Because if you go in to click again on that file, on that folder, on the zip folder, you could tag a couple of those and then copy them someplace else. You can work within the zip file without ever having to use a zip program.
I have a question about this. If you zip something and then you send it to somebody else, do they have to have this program?
No.
No.
They have to have any other unzip program.
And
WinZip,
Windows does it natively, I think, since
not XP, I don't think.
in Vista and Windows 7 it natively does it. Okay, where are we, Stan? We're almost through all of these.
Yeah.
And miscellaneous is the last one.
And I don't think I've changed. No, they're all checked, and that's exactly what I've got.
Okay. So there's not a lot of changes you have to make if you want to make any at all. The biggest one is probably the one that creates that right mouse click.
That's very big.
That's-
But there is something else you have to look at.
Okay.
Click configuration again on the top line. And notice button bar. And that's where it gives you the opportunity to change all of those. So when you were talking about, you could delete some, you could add some, I'll bet you there's a way to find something to do that thumbnail. You could put a button for the thumbnail instead of having to remember control alt or something. I have not done much changing on that.
Okay, so
But we should talk about that button bar next, because that really.
okay. Let's, okay, let's
Well,
move
just put your cursor.
Okay, right here.
Yeah, start with each one. Reread source, refresh, that's all that is.
Okay.
Source only file name.
Yeah, that's when we did this. And then when you do this one, it puts the information,
I see.
and this one gives you the thumbnails.
And I don't know how come you have that on yours and I don't on mine. I don't
Yeah.
think it's the version. Maybe.
It may be the version, or maybe something in your button bar that, for whatever reason, it's not there.
I didn't take it out.
Okay, well. Okay, and then switch between the tree panel options. Let's go back to this.
Excuse me, I do have the thumbnail.
Okay.
It's, I don't know if you can see it, but mine's a lot darker up in here than it is on yours. So.
All